Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our C# programming tutorial series. And in this tutorial we are going to be taking a look at some of the methods that are implicitly inherited by all classes, because a class automatically inherits from the object class. So, as I just stated, every class that you create implicitly inherits from the object class. This object class has many methods that will then be implicitly overridden, or inherited, rather. So if we go into Visual Studio, or Visual Studio Code, depending on what you're using, let's go over some of these. I have them in comments here. So the first one is equals. Now, what does this method do? Well, equals tests for equality between two objects. In particular, it tests for equality between the object that's calling the method and the object that is being passed in as a parameter. Now, the next one is get hash code. This returns a hash code for the object. This is a unique integer value, and generally this hash code is used for quick lookup in collections. So you can use this to quickly look up items in a collection based on the hash code. The next one is reference equals. Now, what is reference equals? Well, reference equals is similar to equals in that it tests for equality, but what it tests for the equality of is to see if the two objects that are passed in refer to the same instance of an object. So remember how I said that how I mentioned that when you create an instance of a class, it stores the address to that data in memory, not the data itself. Well, that's what makes this method work. It goes and checks the address for the instances of the objects that are passed in and sees if they're the same. If they are the same, it will return a Boolean value of true, indicating that yes, these do point to the same place. And if it doesn't, it'll return false, indicating that it does not that these objects do not point to the same place. Next is toString. Now, what does this method do? Well, toString allows us to create string representations of our objects. Now, there is, of course, default implementations of this, just like there are of every other method. You don't need to override this. But you could, and we'll take a look at this in the polymorphism video, but you could override this to provide your own implementation. Now, the next one is finalize. This one you don't see very often in modern development anymore, but for older projects you will find it. Finalize is a method that is implicitly inherited from the object class that is used to clean up resources for an object before it's put through the garbage collector. And the garbage collector is how C# goes through and cleans up unused objects from memory to free it up and all that stuff. So finalize is used to clean up resources and prepare it for being removed by the garbage collector. And those are really some of the more common methods you'll find. Again, with Finalize, you won't be using it in modern C# development, but again, you will find it in older code bases. Right. So, again, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.